Hello friend, this is Akash Misir here and I welcomes you all to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. So this is 11th lecture of fluid mechanics, and in this lecture I am going to discuss the topic that is external flow. Okay, what exactly external flow means? Any plate is there and on that place the flow is occurring. Like this is one example of external flow. Okay, so without wasting any time, I will start directly the session. And firstly, the concept of boundary layer. Concept of boundary layer. What exactly layer is? So assume this is one surface or one plate on which the flow is occurring. So before the flow passes through this plate, the velocity profile will likewise. But as the flow will pass, the velocity profile will look like here u, here may be 0.99 u, and here that is 0. So the velocity profile changes because of this boundary, and that layer which have not constant velocity, the velocity is increasing gradually, so that layer is called as boundary layer. Okay, what exactly the boundary layer? Because of number of circumstances, the flow near to plate is not going to occur with the velocity u, that is free stream velocity. Velocity will be 0 at the plate surface and gradually increasing up to 0.99 of u. So that layer it is called as boundary layer. Okay, and this layer is going to responsible for drag experienced by body. I will come up with that drag point afterwards. Firstly, only clear the concept of boundary layer, draw figures. Next topic is boundary layer formation for flow over a flat plate. So exactly what happens, how boundary layer forms. Okay, so boundary layer formation for flow over flat plate. Okay, I am considering one example, that is flow over flat plate. So in that, what will happen? Assume this is one plate, the flow is flowing. Okay, this is leading edge. Leading edge. This is trailing edge. Okay, majorly the boundary layer formation have three sections. One is laminar, then transit and turbulent. Okay, so what exactly? Likewise profile will be there. And when the turbulent boundary layer forms, then at that time one small amount of laminar sublayer forms there. Okay, so this is laminar boundary layer, this is transit, and this is turbulent boundary layer. So what exactly the profile? Okay, it is parabolic, it have very short profile, and it have logarithmic profile. So how boundary layer forms? At the start, the boundary layer will be laminar boundary layer, and the curve will satisfy the parabolic curve. Okay, after that, that laminar boundary layer will transfer into transit boundary layer, that is flow in transition, we can say. So in that case, the boundary layer is too much short, so there is no any pattern of that boundary layer, but that boundary layer is too much short. After that, there is turbulent boundary layer. This transit boundary layer will going to transfer into turbulent boundary layer, and in that case the profile is logarithmic profile, and this is very long range boundary layer. Okay, these two layers will occur at the leading edge only, but after that, how much the length of that plate, that all length will contain of turbulent boundary layer. Okay, and this is one laminar sublayer. This is laminar sublayer, means while developing turbulent boundary layer, ultimately at the bottom of that turbulent boundary layer, there will be formation of one laminar layer, and that is called as laminar sublayer. Okay. This is all about formation of boundary layer for flow over flat plates. So draw this figure. It is too much important for your concept clarification. I will move towards next topic, that is factors affecting the growth of boundary layer. Okay, which factors affects the growth of boundary layer? There are 3 to 4 factors. Okay, first factor, that is nothing but the distance from leading edge. As we have seen in previous figure, that as distance increases, the layer changes. Like at the first there is laminar layer, after that transit, and after that the turbulent. Okay, so that's why the distance matters. After that there is free stream velocity. That is we denote it by u, small u. So free stream velocity also matters, because if the velocity is higher, then the flow will go into turbulent zone as early as possible, so that the laminar and the transit, these two kinds of boundary layer will be having very short magnitude. Okay, so that's why the free stream velocity also matters. Then viscosity of fluid, that is mu, viscosity. What happens because of viscosity, the boundary layer thickness will increase. Okay, so ultimately the boundary layer, the growth of boundary layer affects. Then there is density of fluid. Density is also too much important parameter in case of boundary layer, because as density changes, the boundary layer thickness will vary. Boundary layer length, that is laminar, transit and turbulent, that length also going to vary. Okay, these are 4 factors which are going to affect the boundary layer growth. So you should have proper idea of these all 4 factors, that is density, viscosity, distance and free stream velocity. So next is boundary layer thickness. Boundary layer thickness, which is denoted by delta. Okay, so what exactly boundary layer thickness? That is distance between plate to between plate and the velocity equal to 0.99 of free stream velocity. Okay, I will give you idea by figure. Okay, this is flow, this is flat plate. So what happens at here, the velocity is equal to 0. Here maybe velocity equal to u, and at here that velocity will equal to 0.99 u. So this is exactly the delta, that is boundary layer thickness, means distance from plate to the velocity becomes 0.99 u, that is u is nothing but free stream velocity. Okay, this is all about boundary layer thickness. Then next parameter, that is nothing but drag and lift, what I have speak before some time when I was explaining concept of boundary layer. So drag Drag is nothing but component of total force. Okay, firstly I will give you one example. Assume this is one submerged body and the body is moving in this direction. Okay, so component of total force means forces may be vertical, horizontal or anything. So that total forces, the component of that total forces which is parallel and in direction of the body movement, means body is moving forward, so that force is also moving, the force direction is also forward and parallel to that body's movement. Okay, so this is called as drag force, which is parallel and in direction to the body's movement, and body is submerged in fluid. Okay, in that case the drag force is there. And what the formula for drag force, that is calculation, Fd equal to Cd into rho a u infinity square by 2. This is coefficient of drag or drag coefficient. Okay, this is drag coefficient, this is density of fluid, this is area exposed, means this body is moving in this direction, so this area, okay, the frontal area. Then this is free stream velocity, u infinity means free stream velocity, and this is 2, it is constant, no problem. Okay, this is the formula to calculate drag force. Okay, and which is the force, that drag force is nothing but the parallel force in the moment of body. Okay, and the total component of that force, and because of this force body is moving forward. Okay, you can take example of aeroplane. Okay, while moving up the lift force is required, and while moving forward the drag force is required, so that we are going to calculate the drag force and lift force. Okay, so note down and clear your concepts. If you have any doubt, then you can comment me. So next is lift force. Lift force is nothing but, assume that any body is there, body is moving in this direction. Lift force is perpendicular force to the movement, means take the example of any aeroplane. Okay, aeroplane is moving up, so that requires the lift force from downward, then only that aeroplane is going to move upward. So that is nothing but the lift force perpendicular to the direction of motion. Okay, that is lift force, and it is denoted by FL, and which is equal to CL, that is coefficient of lift, into rho a u infinity square by 2. The formula is same, only these changes occur, that lift force then coefficient of lift. Other parameters are same, like density, area, free stream velocity, and it is constant. And which area, because as this force is acting perpendicular, so we have to consider this area, that bottom area. Okay, and this is lift coefficient, it is lift coefficient, and this is all about lift, means any body is there that may be submerged in water, or that may be submerged in air, that may be any fluid, but for moving upward that body needs the force, that is lift force, and for moving forward that body needs the force, that is nothing but the drag force. Okay, so note down, and this is very much important concept, that is lift and drag. So now we will move towards bonus point. Okay, we have studied the drag force, and that drag force have number of types of drag. Okay, so there is skin friction drag, pressure drag, etc, etc. Skin friction drag, then there is pressure drag, then there is deformation drag, wave drag, induced drag. Okay, these two drags are important as per our gate point of view, and another drags are not too much important. These also only names are important, not any another concept. Okay, because they are not going to ask you the questions very deeply, they will only give you numerical on that drag force and the lift force. That two formulas are too much important. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. If you have enjoyed my session, then please like, and if you are new to my channel, then subscribe. And this is all about today's lecture. So in next lecture I will come up with turbo machinery, fluid mechanics part for gate all over. So if you have any suggestion or if you have any doubt, then you can comment me. Thank you friends.